Kylie Jenner can earn more from a single Instagram post than most people make in several years. That kind of earning power completely changes how someone approaches health, wellness, and even recovery. So when Kylie decides to invest in a treatment, it doesn't just stay personal, it becomes a headline. Recently, the Billionaire beauty mogul revealed that she underwent stem cell therapy after dealing with chronic back pain for nearly 3 years following the birth of her son, heir. What might seem like a simple health update quickly turned into a much bigger conversation about money, access, and the future of medical treatment. Kylie shared the news through her Instagram, posting a photo from a hospital bed that instantly caught the attention of millions. In the caption, she credited her sister, Kim Kardashian, for encouraging her to explore this option. Kim has been vocal about her own experience with stem cell therapy, claiming it completely eliminated her shoulder and back pain. She described the results as not only immediate but genuinely life-changing. For fans and followers, that endorsement alone carries weight. But for industry insiders, it raised a different question: how much of this was medical, and how much of it was business? Kylie also tagged Dr. Adil Khan and Eternal Health in her post, a detail that didn't go unnoticed. In the world of influencer marketing, tags like these are rarely accidental. Kylie reportedly earns over $1 million per sponsored post, which means even a single mention can hold enormous promotional value. That has led many to speculate that the treatment may have been discounted or even fully comped in exchange for exposure. While there's no official confirmation of that, the economics of influencer partnerships make it a very real possibility. To understand why this treatment is generating so much attention, it's important to break down what stem cell therapy actually involves. At its core, the procedure uses lab-processed cells that are injected into damaged or inflamed areas of the body. These cells are designed to promote healing, reduce inflammation, and potentially regenerate tissue. It's a concept that sounds almost futuristic, and in many ways, it still is. In Kylie and Kim's case, reports suggest they received what are known as Muse stem cells. These are considered a cutting-edge advancement in regenerative medicine and are not yet widely available, especially in the United States. That limitation alone adds another layer of exclusivity. To access such treatments, patients often need to travel internationally, with destinations like Mexico becoming popular hubs for advanced, and sometimes experimental, procedures, and with international treatment comes a significant increase in cost. For the average person, stem cell therapy can range from $5,000 to $25,000 per session. But that's just the starting point. When treatments are performed at high-end clinics abroad, the price can rise dramatically. Add in private flights, luxury accommodations, personalized medical staff, and VIP-level care, and the total cost can easily climb into 6 figures. At that level, a single medical procedure begins to resemble the price of an ultra-luxury vacation, but beyond the price tag, there's a larger conversation about effectiveness and safety. While many patients report positive outcomes, the science behind stem cell therapy is still evolving. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has not approved many of these treatments, particularly those offered outside controlled clinical settings. Medical experts often warn that while the potential is promising, the industry remains largely experimental. That means results can vary widely, and long-term effects are not always fully understood. This creates a sharp contrast between perception and reality. On social media, the narrative is often simple: pain treated, problem solved, life improved. But behind the scenes, the situation is far more complex. There are regulatory gaps, scientific uncertainties, and ethical questions about accessibility. After all, treatments like these are not just expensive, they're out of reach for the vast majority of people. For Kylie, however, the decision likely comes down to a straightforward calculation. When your income operates on a multi-million-dollar scale, spending large amounts on health is not seen as excessive, it's seen as practical. Investing in recovery, comfort, and long-term well-being becomes just another line item in an already massive financial portfolio. And from that perspective, even experimental treatments can feel like a worthwhile risk. There's also the influence factor to consider. When someone with Kylie's reach shares a positive experience, it can instantly shape public perception. Millions of followers may begin researching the same treatment, considering options they may never have thought about before. In that sense, a single post doesn't just tell a story, it can influence an entire market. Clinics gain visibility, demand increases, and what was once considered niche or experimental starts moving toward mainstream awareness. At the same time, this kind of visibility brings responsibility. Critics argue that promoting treatments without clear regulatory approval can be misleading, especially when the full risks are not discussed. Others, however, see it as simply sharing a personal journey, one that reflects the evolving landscape of modern medicine. The truth likely sits somewhere in between. What makes this story particularly compelling is how it highlights the growing gap between access and affordability. For most people, healthcare decisions are limited by cost, insurance coverage, and availability. But at Kylie's level of wealth, those limitations almost disappear. She has access to top-tier specialists, advanced therapies, and medical innovations long before they become widely available, and that brings us to the bigger picture. The real luxury here isn't just the treatment itself, it's access. Access to cutting-edge procedures, to elite medical professionals, and to options that most people may not see for years, if ever. In a world where healthcare is often reactive, this level of access allows for a more proactive, personalized approach. It also reflects a broader trend among high-net-worth individuals. Increasingly, the focus is shifting from simply treating illness to optimizing health. That means exploring new technologies, investing in preventative care, and embracing treatments that promise faster recovery and better long-term outcomes. Stem cell therapy fits perfectly into that trend, even with its uncertainties. For Kylie Jenner, this experience is more than just a medical procedure, it's a glimpse into the future of healthcare. A future where innovation moves quickly, where access defines outcomes, and where the line between wellness and wealth becomes increasingly blurred. Whether stem cell therapy ultimately proves to be revolutionary or remains experimental, one thing is clear: conversations like this are shaping how people think about health, money, and what's possible. And in that sense, Kylie's story isn't just about recovery. It's about a system where the highest level of care isn't just about what you need, but what you can reach.